that good?
That is good.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes.
I never know which microphone I'm using. Yeah, it's this one. So you get the high quality audio now.
Oh, sweet. That means two of us.
Yeah. How you doing, man? When you showed up in my stream the other night, that was way cool. I did a little bit of investigation, and I've got to ask what's your drums behind you there, man?
Oh,
I see a rack tom and a splash and 2 crashes.
Yes, and I actually commented back on that. That is a drum kit that I built from scratch. I ordered the tubes.
Ooh.
I cut my bearing edges. I drilled out for all the lugs. New hoops and everything, and what you're looking at there is my cocktail kit, which is pieces of my standard 6-piece, right? And it's fusion. It's 10, 12, 14, 16 with a actually a 20 kick, and it's
nice.
Yeah, it's actually 20 by 20, so it booms.
Oh, nice. 20 by 20?
Yes.
That's a tube. That is like...
It's giant. Yeah. But I wanted it to crank, and of course, you know, it's padded, not with a silly pillow or anything, with a nice Evans drum pad, but
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. And so what material? It looks like it might be acrylic.
It is. It's clear acrylic. Mm-hmm. Yep. And they were seamless acrylic tubes that I bought.
Ooh.
I just had to cut them down. Slide in those bearing. What I did was I built a table around my router.
Yeah.
And
right on.
cut the 30 degrees all the way around. And this one in particular, you'll get a kick out of this. And sorry, folks, if we jump right into stuff like this, but
yeah, I've been dying to ask. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. I love talking about it. Let's see, what can you see? Well, you can't see it.
I can't see anything right now because my face is covering up the kit.
Well, right now it's got the 10 tom on it, and what I use for the kick is the 16-inch floor tom. Now I cut another tube.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I cut another tube and did a reverse bearing edge on it, and it sits on that top head of that 16.
Yeah,
and that becomes my low tom, right on top of the kick. And the kick drum, I've got a single pedal with 2 beaters, so you can rock it back and forth, and you get a double bass.
Yeah.
And it's kicking upwards, so I had to modify it so it kicked upwards.
So you've got one for down and one for up?
No. It's actually got a heel pad on it. I forget the brand name, but it's got a heel pad on it where, you know, it works like a standard kick pedal up front, but it's got a heel plate. Whenever you kick that heel plate, the other one flips up. It's awesome. Dual chain.
Wow, right on. Right on, man. Right on. That's great.
Oh yeah, but I suck in comparison to you. I've seen some of your videos.
What, really?
Yeah, you got chops.
I was just gonna say, where can I hear this kit, dude? I'm dying.
Oh, you know, offline, I'll let you go look at some videos. But
you got it.
I've kept that.
I put you on the spot there. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I've kept that portion of it separate. I haven't let anyone know what some of my old bands are, because they're out there on YouTube, and
sure, yeah.
And they're I guess the latest one would be 7-8 years old, so they're pretty dusty.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So sorry I hopped right in there. What you got on the plate to talk about?
Oh, well, tonight it was worst job you ever had.
Oh.
Yeah.
Definitely not music.
Oh, heavens no.
Definitely not music. So
no.
yeah, I own and operate Art City Sound, which is quite the gig. I absolutely love this. And so I'd say worst was probably when I was 14 and I worked at a pine a tree nursery, I guess they called it back then. I don't know what they call it now, but it was okay. Sorry.
There's a worse one?
There's one worse than that.
Oh God.
Yeah, I worked at for a neighbor who had horses and cleaned out the stalls. So mucking horse crap for about 2 straight hours. And they'd gone years without being mucked out. So
well, you know,
was not fun.
It's funny. You're a younger man, but if you were as old as I am, I would say we were separated by birth, because I had that exact same job when I was a young man. Yeah, well, my mother loved horses. And we lived on several farms. You always have horses. Well, who do you think got to go in and clean shit out of the stall?
I'm
The
so
kids
sorry,
did. Yeah.
man.
Well, you know. Now, having said that, I also had a horse at my disposal, so it wasn't all, you know, bad. But
Sure.
I know what you were going through.
Yeah, it was by far the only thing that really got me through it and kind of took away everything was two things. One, a pincher that went on my nose, so I didn't have to smell it, and because it was horrendous, you know that.
Yes.
But and then some earphones and a Walkman. I had a Walkman with my jams, and so I was just dancing while I was shoveling.
Now, what
Oh
was it?
yeah.
Was it a cassette or CD?
Oh, it was a cassette, of
Oh,
course.
yes, of course.
Absolutely. No, CDs had just come out, like just come out. So yeah, that lets you know how old I am. But
Yeah. Well, it beat the shit out of my 8-track Walkman.
oh my gosh, really? Hey, dude.
That would have been cool, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would have been
Floating around with a.
take the cake. Fantastic. So what would you say that was your worst job as well?
No, yeah, I didn't even consider it. My worst job, I actually had two of them. My first ever part-time job, right, as a kid, was selling shoes at an independent shoe. It was a standalone shoe store, right, a building all to itself, and it was actually a shoe store. And the worst part about it was I had to dress up, right? I'm not a dress-up kind of guy. Yeah.
No, me neither.
Yeah, so that sucked. And my other one was working in the basement of a hospital doing web design. I was actually the web design director for a local hospital here.
Right on.
And that lasted about a year. And it wasn't so much the work. The work was, you know, something I like to do, but it's a hospital, man. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing but sick people around.
Yeah, no good.
And here we are in the basement, right next to the cafeteria. So you're always hungry.
Yeah.
It was just an awful situation. They didn't know where to put us, so that's where we got to live.
So when you say web designer, are you working with the design portion or development, or were you doing code or artwork or all of it?
Front end code. Yeah. You know, the deepest I got into it was maybe some JavaScript and some Perl.
Gotcha.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was a web developer for 15 years. I actually got another gig right now on the side to where I'm coding backend like database and PHP stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that on your show last night, and that's when I see. I've been doing this for over 25 years. My first web page was text only.
Oh gosh.
In 1992.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, you got in it before I did.
Yeah.
Well, I go on.
Oh no, I've just been in it ever since. So yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, and
are you still front end?
No, I'm actually marketing now.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, I went straight. Well, after doing what everyone would have called code back then, HTML, and then moving into JavaScript and a bit of Perl, and then I became a user interface, you know, specialist, and did that for several years. But then I got into SEO and SEM. Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. In fact, I'm not a religious guy, but I wrote this document called 10 Commandments of Good Design. Mm-hmm. And you could use that today to optimize your site. And SEO wasn't even a thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right on.
I didn't patent it, though.
SEO before SEO.
SEO before SEO, right? Before much of the search engines, you know, we didn't even think about search engine algorithms when it was Alta Vista and what a Hotbot and all that kind of crap.
Yes.
Just
Excite.
Excite. We just weren't thinking of that until Google came along.
Oh no, yeah, it's evolved, and it still is evolving just at a breakneck pace. It is so ridiculously fast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And ever since then, I would say ever since 2004, I've been more in the digital marketing space. So
Awesome.
Gotten away from the design and development altogether. I say that, but I still, you know, you still have to jump in for some clients.
Yeah, you can't get away from it.
Right. Dude, I loved your stream last night. I absolutely loved that. That was so much fun. That collaboration we were doing, guys. If you have a chance, did Tony just drop your link in there? Because that would be cool. I was going to ask somebody to do that.
Let's see. Hold on a minute. He might have. Oh crap! I clicked it and it took me away, but that's okay because I'm here.
Hey, Grumpy Vlogger, how you doing, bud? And who else did I miss? Brent Ariels, nice seeing you. I saw somebody else too. Jimmy C and friends, welcome back. Or maybe I saw you on another stream. I don't know if you've been to the show before.
No, I know Jimmy C. Yeah, he's come to the stream a couple of times.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to miss you. Go ahead.
You're not going to what? I keep talking over you. I'm so sorry.
Wow, Wisco's 2 away from 500.
Wisco is?
Yeah.
On, man, right on.
He was one of my earliest guests. Right around December, some odd. We shared a beer on the air, many beers actually.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, it looks like Viewed This just gave the link to my channel.
Oh, cool. Guys, if you're into music at all, God, that was so much fun. I'm not gonna miss another one, dude. I am so not gonna miss another one.
Thank you so much. My goal is to do this. I mean, I'm like 100,000% away from reaching my goal, but I want to do this full time. I've been working on music every day. I got a wild hair in February of 2017, and thought, you know what? At that time I'd never sung front. I'd never sung lead. I'd done backup. I'd never touched a guitar. I'd never touched a bass. But I did a little bit of backup vocals and drums. I've been drumming my whole life. But 2017, I was like, you know what? I'd seen this. I don't know if you know Leo Moracchioli, Frog Leap Studios. He is. There's my channel.
There's
Thank you, man.
Channel. Sure.
So yeah, I was so impressed by his cover. He did a metal cover of Adele's Hello, and it blew my mind. It was like a religious experience for me. It was like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's crazy what he did. And the more I was watching, I had a friend of my community come over, and we were chatting, and he put his hand on my shoulder. He didn't even know me really, but he put his hand on my shoulder, and he's like, dude, so my name's Jason. He said, Jason, you can do everything he can. I was like, are you crazy? And that started the bug. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so let's just dive in. Now let's just do this. And so for starting in March of 2017, I wrote and produced one song every single week for 2 years. I wrote 104 songs over the space of 2 years. And this is like producing the song, recording at radio quality, and producing a music video and uploading it to YouTube. And I thought by the end of 2 years, I'd have a million subscribers and be done. But not even. I'm like at 1,500 now. I'm still trying to crack that nut. But it's a tough one. You know how hard it is.
Oh man, do I ever? Yeah, it is not easy.
No.
Well, that blows me away. Man, you're just so multi-talented. I myself, and I don't want to make this about me, but I've always wanted to play a guitar.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. The moment I decided that I would do it, I learned that I had arthritis. So I play for like 5-10, or I practice for 5-10 minutes, and I'm just in pain.
You're just on. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It's in my blood too. Both of my parents have it, so I'm just waiting. I'm gonna play like nobody's business until I can't do it anymore.
Exactly. Live every day like it's your last, right?
That's right, brother. That is right.
104 songs. Is that what you said? Wow.
Yeah, one every week, and so
now,
for 2 years.
Now, this is just on your channel, or have you tried to sell any of these? Or
well, I started out, the guy who I was trying to emulate, Leo Moracchioli, he does only covers, and the dude has now 3.2 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
He is ridiculous. He is so talented. He's just a guy in Norway, and so he only does covers, and I got like 40 songs done. And I started thinking, I've got this. I've got a handle on this. I got a system down. I can get this done. Let's throw another element in the fray. Let's see if I can write my own song and try to see if I can come up with it and still get it done in a week. Because that was like my rock hard goal. I've got to get it done one every week. I mean, if it sucks, if I hate it, if it's the best, it doesn't matter. It is done in a week. And so I did. I started writing songs about, I'd say, September, October of 2017, and I've been alternating between covers and originals. And so, to answer your question, if I've got any for sale, I actually have 4 albums of originals that I've released on into the iTunes and Spotify cybersphere.
Right. Yeah, I apologize for not knowing more. I just learned about you last night from View This. Tony hooked us up. Yeah, we did
I'm so happy to have you there. So happy. Your input. I mean, I've got strengths. I'm not. One of my pet peeves is people who say they can't do anything and they're really good at some things and they're just like playing up the modesty card. And there's a place for modesty, really. But I think it's more hurtful if you don't recognize where your strengths are and your weaknesses. And one of my weaknesses for sure is songwriting, lyrics. I'm trying and I'm striving and I'm putting myself out there, but I realize when I hear a good song, there's something that connects the song with an emotion, right? It brings you somewhere.
Yes.
It connects with you on some other level than I'm just listening to a song. And I don't know how to do that. I haven't got the it's just voodoo. And so
I don't know. I think you're selling yourself short because it wasn't all the chat that was doing all that for you. I mean, you're crafting the raw materials that we were throwing at you. So
sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
I appreciate that so much, man. That really gives me a little bit of a confidence boost because I guess it might be something like listening to your own stuff and knowing what I want it to be. And it seems like I'm always just shy. I'm always just under where I really want to be. There was one song that I wrote I wrote the lyrics for it, but I actually didn't write the chord progression. There's a guy named Joseph Child. He's on Instagram, and he really caught the vision of what I was doing and started sending me chord progressions on guitar. And we would video chat, and he would teach me how to play these on guitar. I'm not a good guitarist at all. And so he took the time, and I got these chord progressions, and it's wonderful. And I wrote lyrics, and it's the first song that I thought, holy cow, I hit my mark. Lyrically, it brought the song's name is Shaken, and it's on MJ Rock.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's just all about not allowing people to bring you down. I will not be shaken, and it's just I loved it. I loved everything about it. But really, I mean, one out of 100, and I think we're on a song. We're going to be working on song 112 tonight. So I mean, the percentages are a little bit off, but hey, I'll take it.
Hell yeah. I mean, there's always going to be that part of you that wants to best that.
Yeah. Just I gotta. I don't know, this week's song, the one we were working on last night. I'm gonna start the stream after we end here.
Oh, okay.
To work on it again tonight. I work on it every night. I stream Monday through Saturday every night, and everybody who comes in, the thing that it's kind of morphed into, and I think I started doing this in November or December of last year, so it's kind of new. But I include anybody who wants to come onto the stream and has ideas. Some of the ideas I take, some of the ideas I don't. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. But man, when you came on and there were a couple of other people that were throwing lyrics at me, it was just like, wow, that is exactly what the song needs. And so boom, and just the best. I love it when that happens. And thank you for doing that, by the way. That was really, really cool.
Dude, my pleasure. I haven't gotten the opportunity to do that with any musicians, oddly enough. I mean, it's been mostly covers for me. Sure. So I relish the opportunity. It was fan-friggin-tastic, right? To see you get so excited about it, and because that's affirmation, right? It's like, oh, I am on the right path with this.
Yes, I can't wait to work on it tonight.
Yeah, Adam with Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch was on there. He was throwing out some great lyrics. Tony was throwing out some great lyrics. I think even Wisco Style was. We all jumped on there together. We called that a 4-man raid. And yeah.
I loved it. Thank you so much.
The power quad there.
Yeah, power quad.
We're just gonna have to hit all the musicians and no, you shouldn't write your song that way.
So I got a question for you.
Sure, ask away.
What is your favorite genre of music? What are you into?
Dude, I'm all over the place. If I'm on a long drive, I love listening to classical music. Sometimes when I'm editing, I'll even listen to stuff like dubstep. I know it's out, but
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I am all over the board. Now, I grew up on classic rock, as you can tell from my age,
Of
probably.
course. Of course.
And I absolutely love, well, some of my favorite bands are like Rush. I mean, you can
Of course.
extrapolate a lot from that, just number one, but some of the hard hitters too, because I love Tool. Tool is a
Yep.
fantastic band.
Musically, they're amazing.
Carrie just blows me away on that kit. Good
Oh my
Lord.
gosh. Yeah, Danny Carey. He's
Oh,
yeah. It's like I actually had I don't want to cut you off, but I had
oh,
a 10-year-old girl come to the studio, got a drum kit set down in the live room, and I take clients, and she came and played through Ticks and Fleas.
really?
Yes, the whole thing. Nailed it. Nailed it. A 10-year-old girl. And blew me away. Blew me away.
How did you
Yeah.
resist burning your drumsticks? Man, I tell you what, I go on YouTube and I see those kids just
Oh, dude.
burning me a new one. It's like, all right, I'm done.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man. It's like, I watch them and I admire them, and at the same time, I'm like stabbing myself in the
I
chest.
know.
Oh man.
If I just sharpen this 7B.
Oh. And the thing, but when we were growing up, the only really good drummers you knew about were the ones that you listened to your favorite bands, right? Because the world was a lot bigger place.
Yeah.
You didn't know about these amazing drummers in their basement, in the middle of Kansas somewhere that nobody knows. Now, anybody with a camera that has access to the internet can upload their ridiculous talent. And there is so many amazing musicians out there.
There are.
Yep.
And it always saddens me to a certain extent, and not, you don't, I guess you can't relate to this because you started young, but I've told this story before. I bought my first kit, I want to say in 1980, and it was a nice black Ludwig, rocker set, kind of a John Bonham style rocker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Had classic Zildjian cymbals.
Tell me you still have that kit.
No, I don't.
Ah.
Nope. I sold it. You're just gonna kick me for this. I sold it for $300 and an Onkyo receiver in like 81 or 2.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
And then I remained a dashboard drummer for the next 25 years.
Of course.
The best one you've ever seen. I'll give myself that.
No doubt.
And then my son, when he started getting older, some of his friends, started with instruments, and he wanted to get a kit. He didn't even know I played ever.
Right on.
Boom, started it right back up.
Doesn't take much.
Didn't take much. So now I got my Yamaha electric over here, so I can practice when nobody's. I'm going to wake up anybody. And at the practice joint sits my formerly 6-piece, now a 4-piece, or 5-piece. I'm sorry. Because I've got a couple timbales in place of the 10. There for a while I was playing a lot of Irish rock.
I like Flogging Molly.
Yes, Dropkick Murphy, Celtic Sea. Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah.
Right
We were a hit one weekend a year. We were the best band in town one week out of the year, one weekend out of the year.
That is awesome, dude. So I don't want to keep you very late. I could talk about this stuff literally all night, but so you how does your show usually work? Is it just an hour, 2, 3, as long as you can, or?
No, I usually limit it to about an hour every weeknight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So we've gone over.
You're not the first. The hour is a loose thing, right? I mean, I just try to limit it because I got lots of other stuff to do, but that and then people won't get tired of me too quickly. I'm assuming. So
I think it's great what you're doing. I think that this format of bringing people in with doing the video chat is pretty darn cool. Yeah. And you've been doing it for how long?
Only since late November last year.
Wow, and you're already at 500. That's great.
I'm feeling pretty good about. Oh, you said 500.
Yeah,
I'm feeling pretty good about that 500.
You don't think I did that on purpose?
Nice segue.
Fantastic,
Jason.
my brother. Fantastic. So I better get off. I've got 5 kids that I'm raising. So
Wow.
bed, and then we will. I'll come down. I'm going to start my stream, and we're gonna. I want to just kick this song in the teeth that I'm working on. I haven't been this excited about a song in a long time.
Really?
And yeah. You guys bring in. I don't know. There's just some energy when I'm doing this, and I've been. I mean. Yeah, we've been doing 2 years and 2 years and 2 months now for this long. It gets kind of, not
kind of stale. It does kind of get routine.
Okay,
routine.
Yeah, I don't want to. I always appreciate it, but man, when you brought in your crowd, or when Tony, I don't know whose idea it was, but man, it just like injected everything full of adrenaline. It was fantastic. And
gets the juices flowing.
Yes. And maybe tonight will be a complete flop. Never know. But
you never know.
No, you don't. You don't have any expectations. You just work your butt off, and whatever comes out, comes out.
That's true. That is true. I'm going to be there, my friend. I don't know that I'll have as much to add as we did last night, but I'm certainly going to be there. I want to see this. I want to see the song to the end, if nothing else. And no, you don't have to credit me on it. And I don't know about the other guys, but no, I heard you say that.
I appreciate that. I really do. Probably more than you think. But since you're a vocalist and a drummer.
Yes.
Which was your more strong suit? You don't mind me getting personal.
You're asking me to give an objective viewpoint.
I guess my question.
Go ahead.
Honestly.
Yeah, no. If you want to rephrase it.
My question is, I want to. I love collaborating. I love bringing people on, especially people who have equipment. I see you've got a microphone there.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to sing backups or sing a verse, or if you feel comfortable playing the drums for a section, or I don't know what your comfort zone is, but just thought I'd bring that up.
I'm game for any of it. Yeah, I just I want to I'd like to ease into it.
Sure.
Yeah, because like I said, this is something I've never done. No collaboration other than 4 to 8 people getting together and actually learning a song or practicing songs, that sort of thing, or playing out or something like that. So yeah, I'd like to ease around in it because I'm not sure that I fully understand the process. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like you said he was sending you chords, and I'm like, what does that mean? He's literally sending a recording of those chords, how many bars, that sort of thing. I just don't know. So I'm gonna plead ignorance here.
Okay. Well, hey, I will. I like including. I realize that people like you are doing people like me a huge favor by bringing us on and spreading the word. Allowing us to have a little bit of a platform outside of our normal audience. And so anything that I can do to give that back, even if it's just having you do I don't know, singing harmony or adding you mentioned timbales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's a great auxiliary percussion section that can be easily put on a bridge or something that is not a major part or it doesn't usually involve a whole lot of vulnerability. But
right.
Yeah, dude, I'd love to throw you that out if you'd like to take it.
Well, like you said, I'm game, dude. I'm actually looking forward because I think there's a lot I can learn from you.
Awesome. Right on. I've got to run upstairs, but dude, and your name is Jim?
My name is Jim. Jason,
awesome.
Thanks so much for coming on the show. Normally we do a deep dive, but you got to go and we'll do it next time you come on. How's that sound?
Sounds great, man. You do this tomorrow too?
Every weeknight.
Every
10 p.m.
Fantastic.
Yep.
All right. I will do my best to be here, man.
Sounds good. Great talking to you, man.
Awesome. You too. We'll see you in a bit.
Alrighty.
Did you enjoy this video? Well, you made it to the end, so I'm going to assume you did. If you want to see where this takes us, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell right now so you don't miss out on future videos and guests. Also, make sure to comment, like, and share our videos to help us build this unique community. Thanks again for watching, and remember to always treat others as you want to be treated. See you live!